32 persons were registered as British citizens at the first British citizenship ceremony for 2017, held on Thursday, February 9th. British citizenship differs from the British Overseas Territories citizenship, as individuals first have to be naturalized as British Overseas Territories citizens before applying and receiving their British citizenship. The new citizens accepted their certificates and recited the Oath of Allegiance to Her Majesty the Queen and the Pledge of Loyalty to the United Kingdom.
I solemnly affirm that on becoming a British citizen, I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors, according to law.
His Excellency the Governor, Mr. John S. Duncan OBE, presided over the ceremony and congratulated the new citizens who are now eligible to apply for a British passport.
These ceremonies are always a particular pleasure for me, and this one, the first in 2017, is a special one with so many friends who are taking this important step today. I know that for many of you today is a very historic day. In your milestone, it is a milestone as you've become subjects of Her Majesty, the Queen, and citizens of the whole United Kingdom. For many of you, I know that represents the culmination of a long chain of effort and perhaps some hardships that you had to undergo to get to here today. A few moments ago, you gave the affirmation of allegiance to Her Majesty, the pledge of loyalty to the United Kingdom. This is a formal promise as you embrace your new nationality and consider the opportunities that it offers. Today's ceremony reminds you of the responsibility that you now carry on becoming a British citizen. These include respect for law and order, defending everyone's right to his or her opinion under the principle of freedom of speech, and tolerating and respecting other people's belief, including their religious beliefs. As an overseas territory and as part of the realm of Her Majesty, the Virgin Islands has special links with Great Britain. Our economic success in the global economy is founded on the fact that we share a common legal system. But our connections go much further than that, through our history, our people, and our culture.
Registrar General Mrs. Stephanie Benn chaired the day's program.
For those of you who are not familiar with what a registration as a British citizen is, it is a process by which persons have been naturalized or registered as a BOTC apply to the UK government for registration as a British citizen. This ceremony today confirms your registration as such. Please ensure that you keep your certificate in a safe place, as you need it among other documents to apply for a British passport.
Several persons have waited long for this day, and a number of smiling faces could be seen. Receiving certificates are a family of 5 and several contributors and builders in this community. Cherno Jallow, a former Attorney General in the Virgin Islands, was among those beaming with pride, along with his wife, Isha Jallow. The Jallows shared what the day means to them.
It means a whole lot. First of all, obviously, being part of the British community is quite important for all of us who have taken the oath of allegiance today. But above all, it cements the commitment that we all have to the territory and now by extension to the United Kingdom. And that's something that goes a long way in terms of ensuring that our commitment, we have the opportunity to ensure that we do the best we could. Really, we do the best that we can for both the United Kingdom and for the British Virgin Islands.
And why did you decide to make the Virgin Islands your home?
I've worked here for many, many years. I believe I've contributed enormously, and it's work I enjoy doing. And every time, I remember at the beginning, we thought of leaving, the work always called, and we answered. And that to me meant a lot of things as well. But particularly is the is the fact that I've been given the opportunity, my family and I, to work in this country and for the interests of the British Virgin Islands. And that's something we really adore and we love, and we've come to settle down.
Mrs. Jalal, what does this opportunity mean to you?
Well, basically what he said, but it's, like he said, it goes to cement our commitment to these Virgin Islands and the United Kingdom. And being that we are also, where we originally came from, the Gambia was a British colony, so we have now the tie, the bond is even greater.
Stronger.
It's even stronger, yes.
It is. So moving forward now, what does the future hold? What is in store for you, sir?
Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see what the future holds. We take it one at a time and do the best we can through our commitment, and we leave the rest to the Almighty God.
I was able to speak with a number of recipients following the day's program to find out why they decided to make the Virgin Islands their home and discover their feelings about their newfound status. This is what they had to say.
Well, there are certain privileges that come with being a citizen of the UK, and I'm quite happy that I was chosen and given those privileges, and I'll definitely make use of them for sure.
Great. What made you decide to make the BVI your home?
Well, there are several things that I can come up with. The BVI has been one of the safest places I've ever been to through my travels. My wife here, I decided that this is the place I want to be in the Caribbean and in the world. So there's no way getting rid of me anyways. I'd love to be here.
It means a whole lot for me. I've been waiting a long time to get this, and now I get it. It's all paid off. I most appreciate it.
Why did you decide to make the BVI your home?
BVI is just like my home. It's my home away from home. That's why I decided to make it my home here. It's just the same thing like back home in St. Kitts.
And now, how does the outlook, how does the future look for you now that you're a British citizen?
Let me say, future is looking bright, and I hope I could move forward from here and go places without any problem.
I'm here with the Ramphal, a family of 5 who were just granted British citizenship. Tell me, what does this mean for your family?
It basically means a lot to our family. We've been here for a number of years, and being granted the British citizenship will allow us to apply for the passport, which will then allow us to travel freely. So we are looking forward to it.
Great. Why did you decide to make the Virgin Islands your home?
Basically, for us children, we didn't have a choice because our parents moved here. That is the truth. I think I can say for my parents, it was, I guess, a better opportunity for us as children, for their children, to grow up and a better way of life.
Brilliant. Let me get from the parents then, as relates to why the BVI.
Well, at the time, you wanted to make a better living for your children, and you just stepped out and see where it would, be pasture or greener. So I thought that the BVI would have been it, and I decided to come and see what it looked like. And one of the things that stands out was, it was crime-free. So I said, here is where I'll grow my children. And I brought my children here, and we are here until now.
Brilliant. So moving forward now, the future, now that you have this new status, what's in store for you?
Well, for me, I'll remain in the BVI until.
And I think that's it for everyone, basically. Just remain in BVI, live and work, yeah?
It gives me a much bigger stage on which to expand my life, my family. I've looked forward to it for many more years than you would think. Being a Jamaican citizen, we became independent in 1962. Never thought this day would come, but it's here.
Brilliant. What inspired you to make the BVI your home?
I became a dentist in 1988. And at that point, I was a Jamaican dentist, and I did very well in the United States, but I had a long-standing promise with myself that I was going to go back to Jamaica to practice at the end of my career. And then one day I made a trip here, and this place reminded me so much of where I grew up. and I realized this is home. So this is why I'm here. Everybody assumes that my wife, who is from here and who actually helped me to start kicking this thing forward, but I am the one who brought her here because this is now my home.
So for the record, you're the one.
I'm the one. I'm the one. Everybody assumes she brought me here, but I brought her back
You
home.
brought her home.
To my home.
To your home.
Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Nita.
Thank you.
So moving forward,
Yes, ma'am.
how will this impact you, position you moving forward?
Well, it gives me, I have a dental practice here, as you know, and it gives me a broader range for traveling, meeting people, contributing here to the society. Like I said, it's now my home. And it just gives me a bigger, how should I call it, impact, I think. And credibility would be a good word too, for me to execute this in the coming years.
British citizens have the right to live and work in the United Kingdom or any other European Union country. They may also travel to the United States under the Visa Waiver Program for UK citizens. British citizenship was extended to all British Overseas Territories citizens as a result of the British Overseas Territories Act of 2002. Persons naturalized as British Overseas Territories citizens following the enactment of the Act on May 1, 2002 do not automatically become British citizens, but are eligible to register as British citizens. For the Governor's Group, I am your host, Communications Officer, Colleen Penn.